Close look at our small children is also very important. Our small children are to be very far away from some items like paints, matches, kerosene. Monitor children to their school. Caution them not to take sweets, biscuits, and so many other things of such, because this has been a life of in which you cannot even know which is which now. One will not be able to fully discern exactly what is happening or what is going to happen in our present life. The elderly ones to look after the small ones. So all this has to be taken good care of. You see, as we are going on this, there is a need also for me to point our attention to some targetable places. What do I mean by saying some targetable places? There are some targetable places in which where you find yourself, in any of them, you don't just forget yourself. Places such as bank. Somebody will go to bank, maybe the feeling of the AC or whatever, slept off inside bank. You are putting yourself into risk. This is one of the targetable place. One has to be very careful whenever you are there. Anywhere they call financial house, any financial house, be very careful. When you are there, you be at alert. Anything checking points, either police checking points, immigration, custom checking points, military checking points, or whatever. You are not a police, you are not a soldier. Yeah, what are you doing busy in the checking point there? Police stop you, you quickly show your paper or whatever, you move away from there. So all these targetable places, even filling station where we are buying fuel, is not a place you will be and you go and sit down and forget yourself. You don't just go to eatery and forget yourself. Uncompleted buildings, you don't forget yourself. You be at alert and allow your antenna to be at work when you are in all these kind of places. In hotel presently, there have been several cases where people saw dead body inside hotel rooms. Only God knows how it happens. So when you see yourself in all these places I call targetable places, you should be very careful and be at alert and be watchful. Don't just doze up, sleep off, and forget yourself and think that it is well. It is not well inside well. May the Lord continue to protect us, and we should always take step of protecting ourselves, because what God has given you power to do, God will not do it for you. In dressing, many a time many don't know that the way they dress is very, very important. You should be conscious of your dressing. Like I've always said in this, one of the things that identify you is your dressing. No wonder some people say the way you are dressed, you are to be addressed. You see, the style of the hair on your hair, the style of the clothes that you put on, the way you display yourself, all these attributes are part of your dressing, which you have to be conscious of. Your dressing must not cause your death. Flowing cloths in the hair, when someone put on flowing cloth on top of motorcycle, flowing cloth while standing on by the side of the road, all this one has to be very, very careful. Don't let your dressing cause your death. There was a day I saw somebody on top of motorcycle with flowing cloth. As the motorcycle was moving, the cloth was flowing up. I was thinking, okay, what about if this flowing cloth enter the chain of the motor vehicle? Then the motorcycle stumble, then accident occurs. So one needs to be very careful in this. there is need for decency in dressing and godliness. In fact, can I say this? If you have ever been a victim of rape, you contributed to it. The way you dress as a woman matters most. You don't dress to leave part of your body. You don't dress to expose exposure of buttock, exposure of breast, and some other sensitive part of such that will attract wicked people to you. You should avoid such. You cover your body. Let your dressing be godly. Let your dressing be acceptable. Let your dressing be the one that is presentable. I wonder, you put on the cloth right inside your house, you go to the road, you begin to draw the cloth down. Didn't you know that the cloth didn't reach down? So, in your dressing, one needs to be conscious of the way he dress as well. Can I also say this? We have mass cloths. As in mass make cloths. You see, in using this, one has to be very careful as well, especially all these t-shirts, polo that are mass made. So one needs to be very careful when you put it on. Be watchful. There was a particular day I was moving out of my house to trek like 3 distance of pole to the bus stop to board a vehicle. As I was going early in the morning, something like around after 6, another man came out from one corner. I noticed that the man put on the same kind of t-shirt I put on. The shirt, the trouser, she also put on black trouser like I did. The only thing that different was the shoe that I put on was different from his own. But the same top, the same trouser. The top is mass make, all this polo t-shirt mass make of a thing. It was going in my front. I was at the back. I was just thinking within myself, God, have your will. God, have mercy. Okay, assuming now, God forbid bad thing, this man has committed something wrong, people are pursuing him like that, and I'm on the same kind of cloth with him. You see, how will that people differentiate from the person they are pursuing and an innocent person that is coming on his own? So this to let us know that all these mass make t-shirts, all these mass make polo that we are putting on, that we are wearing, all these mass make clothes, they have their implication. But the grace of the Lord will be protecting us. Do you know that there are some clothes when you put them on, you have to cover them up? Many people don't know. You cover up some clothes, like for example, you put on your political make t-shirts from your house. Maybe you are going to rally. It is advisable you cover it up. When you get to the rally, you have the cover up. Then you continue, you do your rally or whatever you want to do in your political arena of a thing. So when you put on you see that one, no, is this party, is that party, or whatever. All these at times may not protect life. You avoid using some logo. You will see some people stickerize their vehicle with some logo. When the people see the logo on the vehicle, they have already identified which part, which one, or which area, or whatever they belong. If they are to be attacked, they will be a target. They will know that it's one of the people we're supposed to attack. The part of people we're supposed to attack. Avoid some stickers on your vehicle. Avoid some stickers on your bag. The sticker you know that can bring implication onto you, that can bring problem onto you, you avoid them. Then at work, even at home or wherever you may be, do not assume anything. Have a clear view of things. You are working, especially those people working in the factory. When you notice a change in the operation of a particular engine, You quickly stop and check. Don't manage things. Don't assume that it is well. A particular engine, there is a particular normal way it behaves. There is a particular normal way it sounds. But you notice a simple little difference in the normal sound. You stop and take caution. When you notice that something strange happen, you stop and check. Even if the strange thing is positive, you still have to stop and check. Funny enough, there's a particular road where I used to pass. There is no way you pass this road, either morning, night, daytime, evening time, whatever. There must be hold up. I was inside the vehicle coming from a very far, a very long place, very far place. On getting to this very point, I am saying, afternoon, around 1 p.m. in the afternoon, broad daylight in the afternoon, this place, they are supposed to be hold up. But surprisingly, everywhere was just free. No hold up. I first of all rearrange myself inside the vehicle, package myself, because I lose my shoe. I buckle up, I began to watch what is happening. So you don't just relax. When you see something strange happening, when you see something strange occur, you don't just relax. Even if the strange thing that occur is positive, you still have to take cautious. You still have to be very careful. So you don't just